Alright, let's get right into this. Question number one, how do I make my money? It's fairly simple. I do social media for this mega yacht up in Alaska. That is part of my income, and then my other part of my income is ad revenue, sponsorships, and Patreon. It's enough to cover my bills to be able to travel. Yeah, I don't make an extremely large amount of money, but I make enough to travel and to keep doing this full time, so that's how I do it. Alright, question number two here at an abandoned nuclear missile site, launch site. The question I get a lot is there a goal to living this way? And honestly, y'all, I don't have like a big life plan or goal to living in my Jeep. My main goal is just to be able to live my life in the most free way I possibly can and to see and experience as much interesting stuff as I possibly can as well. The plan is really that I have no plan other than being responsible and like paying my bills and taking care of my dog. Yeah, there isn't a really giant goal for living in the Jeep, like getting to Patagonia or any of that. I kind of just go wherever the wind blows me, like a feather in the wind. Weird. Welcome to the abandoned bunker. This looks pretty dangerous. Check it out, y'all. Abandoned. If I could bring the Jeep anywhere in the world, like money didn't matter, logistics didn't matter, where would I bring it? And I think honestly, I would really love to bring the Jeep to Australia. I feel like Australia is the perfect place to do that. Or New Zealand. I would love that if logistics and money didn't matter. Or I would take Black Panther to Africa and drive the whole continent. That would be an amazing adventure. So maybe one day, dream big, right? Next question people want to know the answer to is, how old is William and where did you get him? William is 9 years old. We've had him since I was in high school. We got him at the local animal shelter in Sacramento, where we were living at the time. And my mom took care of him for the first 4 years of his life. I was in college, and after I graduated, I needed a companion for the road. And my mom also had her other dog, Lady. So my mom was like, why don't you take William with you on your travels? And he has been the best friend, the best companion. He's licking himself now. But I'm so grateful to have him in my life. He's been down for whatever, long hikes, cuddling in the Jeep while I work. He is a true pal. Huh, William? He knows we're talking about him. Sweet baby boy, I love you. He's still waking up. We are currently camped on some BLM land, like just right outside of the city. It's very interesting to see the contrast between living in a small Jeep and people who have huge houses down there. I always feel kind of guilty, but also kind of good about the fact that I slept in a vehicle with the same view that probably these people have paid $1 million for. But that leads me to my next question that I get asked a lot, and that is, what are the pros and like what are some of the drawbacks of living in a Jeep? And I have to say there are definitely some cons to living in the Jeep. The fact that it's such a small space that I can't do some of the activities that I used to do, like play piano. There's just not a lot of room for extra stuff, so you have to live very minimally. It's also a pro because I'm not out there just buying a bunch of stuff all the time because I don't have room for it. I'd say so far this round of living in my Jeep again, I'd say one of my main drawbacks is just not being with the wonderful friends and my family that I have on the island back in Alaska. I definitely miss that like small town vibe where you know everybody and everybody knows you and it's just so relaxed. But on the other side of that, I get to see the world, so it's kind of like pros and cons there. Yeah, compared to like living in my van a couple years ago, living in the Jeep has been so much better just because I know people are always like, oh, Jeeps aren't reliable or whatever, but my Jeep has been very reliable so far. I don't know how much more reliable it could get other than a U-joint failing, which is pretty common with 4x4 vehicles. So I'd say definitely a pro is having a very highly capable vehicle. I can go anywhere and not worry about it. I don't know. I just feel at this point I'm so like adapted to living this way that like all of the cons that I think most people would think, like not having a shower or a full kitchen and stuff, it just doesn't bother me as much anymore. I don't know. Some of y'all could be like, oh, that's so sad. She doesn't know what like living is or whatever, but I don't know. I feel great. Like I'm happy with what I have. I have everything I need, and yeah, not much more than that. So we're happy. We're living the dream. I gotta say, one drawback recently is I really need to redo my whole electrical system just so I can run everything in tandem, like my heater, also do my work on my laptop because my laptop eats a ton of power, and also have my fridge running at the same time. It's kind of hard to like have all of that going all at once, so I need to like update my battery system, but that will come in time. I don't know. Am I just like overly positive and overly optimistic about living in a vehicle? Maybe. But I guess maybe I'm a little delulu, but living in a Jeep's great. There are times where I'm like, maybe I should get a little like fiberglass trailer to bring along with me. But then I just like think of like all the freedom I have. Like my Jeep is small enough to fit in like most situations. I can drive on like those small like side-by-side roads. I did that once in Canada and found an amazing spot to camp that hardly anyone gets to go to. So I think the pros outweigh the cons when living in a vehicle that is small like this. Your mindset on like space and living just has to completely change if you're used to living in a house, for those of you who want to live in a Jeep. Anyways, I hope that answered the question. That was a long rant, but hope it gave you some information. Okay, and real quickly, somebody asked, let me close this. Real quickly, somebody asked me how the heater is going. It is great. This thing is amazing. And no, this is not pee. Everybody, I get comments like occasionally of people being like, it's pee. Y'all really think I'm pouring my pee in here and saving it in a container? No, that's what I have this pee bottle for. And I dump that out daily. But I only use this when I'm in the city, so not often. I don't collect pee, y'all. Yeah, the heater's great. 100% recommend a diesel heater if you're going to be anywhere slightly chilly. It just, my quality of life has just gone up by like 1,000-fold. Highly recommend it. And I'll try my best, if you have any like specific questions about the diesel heater, to answer those in the comments. Yeah, I'm scatterbrained right now, so I don't really know exactly what to say about the heater, but it's great. If you do a diesel heater, install the diesel on the outside. I did not know that when I installed mine at first because I didn't realize that it was going to off gas. Yeah, so do that for your health. All right, next question I get really frequently is, how are my mom and my brother doing? My brother Alex and my mom Bex. They are doing all right. My brother has moved on to a new job down in the lower 48. After fishing this summer, he decided it was time to move on and find a place where he could get a stable apartment and yeah, work on getting his CDL. He wants to be a truck driver, y'all. Our family is definitely an interesting crew. And my mom, something we've been dealing with the past like few weeks or so, it's kind of sad. My mom's dog Lady has moved on to the next world, or wherever dogs go after they pass away. And so she's doing okay. She's still in Alaska and is gonna be there the whole winter. So go over to her channel, y'all, and give her virtual hugs, and also subscribe to her channel because she is gonna be making videos about living in Alaska. It's definitely been a little bit rough of a couple weeks for all of us. Lady was our family dog. Like, I've known her for half my life. She was 13 and a half years old. She lived a very wonderful life. Really good life for a dog, but yeah. So go give my mom some hugs and check out her channel. She would love that. Ooh, so I've been going back and forth about answering this specific question. Everybody wants to know what my relationship status is, and I don't even know if I feel like I should be answering this on here, but because I share everything with you guys, this is my perspective on relationships and sharing them on the internet. I don't think my life is a Hallmark movie or a romance or, yeah, my life is real. I share a lot of stuff on here, so yes, it's fair. You guys want to know about stuff like that, but this is the one thing. Just give me this one thing that I would love to keep private, to keep to myself. And the way I see like companionship and friendships and romantic relationships, I see them as things that you should nurture, and that having an audience there can really like damage the building of a foundation with any friendship. And I want my companionships and my relationships, romantic or not romantic, to be healthy and to progress at a normal rate, if that makes sense. I don't want to rush into anything. I want to get to know the people around me and like really relish the journey of like having deep relationships and companionship. So I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to keep it short at that. I would like to keep my romantic life private. And I want to wish everybody a happy holidays. I hope whether you're alone or with people, you can kind of relish in this like darker, quieter time and this time of reflection, and eat some good food, whether or not you're with people or not. It's super important around this time of year. And I know I will be slowing down here in the next couple weeks, so I hope to see you guys in the next video. Just gonna be a little recap of the year. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I cannot wait for 2024. It's gonna be like my best adventure year yet. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of that with you guys. And I will see you in the next video, y'all. Bye.